Let's get straight to it.
The following program is powered by Urban Junction Entertainment.
Hi, I'm the owner of Afika Pure, where nature defines beauty. In our company, we work along with nature to help us formulate the best beauty care products for your beauty needs. We incorporate herbs and flowers that we grow from our garden, and we put them in our formulation. Afika Pure has 14 different soaps, 12 different scrubs. We have body butters, we have hair oils, we have hair dresses. Afika Pure also make really wonderful bath bombs that not only cleanse the skin, detox, but moisturize the skin at the same time. We have shampoos and conditioners. We are now being carried at Nature Time in DeWitt, New York, our all-natural Whole Food store. So we hope to see you at Nature Time or visit our website, afikapure.square.site. And remember, where nature defines beauty is where your beauty is defined.
What's going on, everybody? MC Andrew Love back on your screen and your speakers one more time. And I want to say thank you to everyone who's been tapping in to Undiscovered Gemz for the last few. Come on, this is episode 117. So we've been doing it for quite some time, folks, and you've been tapping in since the beginning. And I gotta say, I thank y'all so much. Now, my guest today, he's been on this show before. He is not a stranger to Undiscovered Gemz. Matter of fact, he is an alumni. He has been on this show before. But we go back like 4 flats on a Cadillac because I knew this brother personally, and I worked with him in the past. And the brother here is an amazingly talented and gifted brother. And when y'all tap in and you hear his music today, folks, you're going to say, dang, MC Angel Love, you did it again. You're damn right I did it again. You're damn right. So anyway, folks, without further ado, let me bring into this one and only Mozay Calloway from Donaway.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Thanks for having me on the show, MC Andrew Love, man. It's good to be back. I do recall our last conversation. It was a good conversation. It was a face-to-face conversation. And here we are again, face-to-face. Pleasure to be on.
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming through, man. So, Mozay, I wanted to start talking about what you're doing right now. You just had this Freedom Festival that you put together for 24 hours of music and having a great time, sharing the vibes. You did that, right? And can you tell the folks about this?
Sure. So this was the second annual Freedom Festival. It was out at the G Lodge in Hannibal, New York. It's about 27 minutes to the west of the city. Closer to Oswego. In the second annual Freedom Festival, we brought in a lot of our Twitter and Web3 communities that we work with every day, every night. And many of them came from, various different regions of the United States and all over the world to experience, the Freedom Festival. So we were excited to put that on this weekend. It did rain for a certain duration, but everything did clear up towards the end of the evening, and we were able to, have about 14 hours of uninterrupted fun, adult fun. It wasn't just live music. We had live podcasts such as yours on the roster, and these guys got to be introduced to a lot of the young artists, older artists, independent artists, projects, communities, and organizers that we had involved for this event, 135 in all. So it was just a massive networking in real life meetup between communities, the organizers, the artists who, have spoken for months or years and have never seen each other face to face. It was that type of ordeal. But it also allowed us to connect our upstate brothers and sisters, from the various boroughs of upstate, Buffalo, Rochester, Utica, Syracuse, Albany, Binghamton, and kind of unite the entire state as a whole, New York State. And that was an exciting, moment to see that whole thing unfold. We still have people here today who are just hanging out, and we're now making music together. So that's been the vibe.
I'm digging the vibes, man. Digging the vibes.
Yes.
So, Mozay, you've been making music for quite a while now, haven't you?
Been going on my 8th year of making music. I'm going on my 5th year of making music seriously, I should say. It's like, you start out as aspiring young artist, you're learning your craft, you're learning your cadences and everything, but there comes a time where you really start to take it seriously. And that occurred for me about 5 years ago. And, I'm just a very serious individual when it comes to my art. So, I like to be around people who feel the same way.
You and we shared a song together at one point.
Yes, we do. It's a Quiet Night introduction. It's a 2-part song. A Quiet Night will be the first song on the project that I'll be putting out soon. And then the second song is the opener called A Quiet Night. So, we have a nice little jazzy introduction just to talk about what's coming in this project. So, the music is timeless. Even though we've done this song, probably now a year and a half ago, it's still very relevant in my heart and my mind. And I can't wait to release it. I have released it. I believe I have released it as a single with the song itself. So it is out there on all platforms. You can, catch it on the YouTube or any of the streaming DSPs. But the song's called A Quiet Night with Andrew Love, and A Quiet Night. Do check it out.
Yeah. So, folks, Mozay Calloway from Dataway sent us 3 songs to check out today, folks. 3 songs. I can't wait to dive in. And I know y'all can't wait either, because you're going to be like, man, why haven't I heard this brother for years ago? And then I'm going to say to you, don't worry, you're hearing him now. That's all that matters. So there's a song that you sent. Let's talk about the first song. Now You Do.
Now You Do.
Let's talk about that. So talk about.
Now You Do is a song that we recently recorded. It's a song that features myself and my brother Melatto, who was a part of my boardroom of CEO group, part of the hip hop world. We created this song with our producer Jamify, who's also a Syracuse native, Elmira native. And this song is basically is a swaggy reintroduction to me taking control of my craft. And it's like, if you didn't know that we had done this before, now you do. So, this is what this song is. It's going to be a project on a joint project that I have with Melatto and myself, as well as Millie Devante, that we're calling the boardroom. And it's company music, which means it's us coming together as a unit. We're all, CEOs. We all have our own brands. So we're coming together as a company to create this music. So that's what Now You Do is. It's the introduction to the boardroom.
That's dope, man. I'm digging the vibes. I can't wait to hear it, folks. You're welcome. So without further ado, folks, let me put it together right now. Let me press play on this song. It's called Now You Do from Mozay Calloway and the rest of the CEO squad. And that's coming up right now.
I've been moving, yeah, I'm on a grind. Know the road is mine, yeah, I'm feeling fine. Storming through this weather, obstacles in line. Shifting through the levels, and all the drama left behind. I've been moving, yeah, I'm on a grind. Know the road is mine, yeah, I'm feeling fine. Storming through this weather, obstacles in line. Shifting through the levels, and all the drama left behind.
Thanks for tapping in to Undiscovered Gemz. MC Andrew Love holding it down for you. Sitting here with my homie, Mozay Calloway from Dataway. This brother here, one talented brother, man. I just heard, matter of fact, I think it was one of the shows we had played your song. Yeah, Badu, that's it. Badu, are you a mannequin?
I just recently remixed that song with my guy Melatto. The original song features Danny Mitchell. She's in a Frank White Experience and a bunch of various bands. It's been very difficult for us to connect on the stage. I love to perform that song, but I want to perform the full song. So Melatto and I got together and we did a remix of the song. and he put a verse down on that. Very powerful verse. So we've been playing that joint in our Twitter spaces recently. It's been getting a lot of love. I would have sent that one. I didn't think about it. Maybe we might play it in the in-between of the in-betweens.
Yeah, man. I can't wait to hear that. I like that song, man. But let's talk about the second song here, Bushido.
So Bushido is a song that was curated by a member of our Twitter community, Glassy Nakamoto. Glassy ETH is his company, Glass House. He's a producer, and he does a lot with like Bitcoin ordinals. So he and I were in the space together a few months back, and he had played this track, and I just, it's like, you hear a track, it's like, I have to have that. And, I hit him up on the back channels, and I said, I need that track. Like, I have a verse for this right now. And he sent it to me, and he was like, let's see what you got. So Melatto and I went to the lab, and we put together this amazing track, and I sent it to him, and he loved it so much that he's just like, oh man, this is great. It's yours. So, he gave us this track, and this track is all about, just cutting through the waters like a Bushido blade. The words that we use are the blade, and I take my Bushido blade everywhere I go, But it's also, another homage to my late wife, and that culture, love is very strong. Love is a very focal point, and how these men are living, and to lose someone so close to you, then you kind of like are a Ronin in these streets. And that's how I'm seeing myself now as an MC. It's just like my lyrics are Ronin, my path is Ronin, and I carry my Bushido blade everywhere I go, ready to unsheath these words to talk to the people.
That's pretty damn dope, man. I can't wait to hear that.
It's a powerful track. I performed that at the Freedom Festival during the versus battle that I did with Mind Free Studios, and it was the opening track. Kind of deflated their tires to begin with, They won't say that though.
All right, folks, without further ado, we got Melatto and Mozay Calloway from Dotaway, Bushido right now.
Still, I paid this price to live for my peace is my vice. So now with freedom in my thoughts, I think I'm raising the price. I think I'm flexing the right to come with this exclusive while communities fight for a space in the space. I'm living plain on this earth, waiting for my birth, cause I know my worth. When you don't, it hurts, but those are the perks. I put in the work, I'm unsheathing my words, but never mind, it's our time. This Web3, baby crypto, hip-hop gang 3.0 Bushido, I know where I came.
Attention all independent artists. If you're in need of exposure, Undiscovered Gemz is now taking submissions for radio consideration.
Yeah, we know what you want.
Send all music submissions to letschatandjam@gmail.com. That's letschatandjam@gmail.com. All submissions must be in MP3 format, and you gotta keep it radio friendly. Not all music submissions will be chosen for radio play, so bring your best. And don't worry, if we choose your song to be featured in rotation, you will definitely hear from us. Undiscovered Gemz with your host, MC Andrew Love.
So let me ask you a question, Mozay Calloway from Dotaway. Who are some of your influences growing up? Like, who are some of your favorite rappers?
Artists and people that I was influenced by. I definitely was influenced by, Ice Cube and the whole NWA crew. As you know, growing up in Syracuse, we listened to a lot of West Coast rap, and we listened to a lot of city rap. So, you had your staples. I listened to a lot of Jay-Z, but KRS-One was a guy that I really enjoyed, just the way he spoke. I really enjoyed listening to Rakim. I really enjoyed listening to, the old school greats. My parents wouldn't let me listen to rap music. So once the gangster rap and all that hardcore rap came about, it was just like, nah, you're not listening to that. It's all about, just keeping your mind fresh. So you would always hear these songs in passing, but it's like I've always been, kind of a nomad in my journey. My influences come from my experiences. So it's like I haven't had too many people to be truly inspired by in my real life up to the point, I became a man. And, so it's hard for me to say who's inspired me. Like I'm more inspired by the people that are around me today than I have ever been in my life. So like, my brother Mental Stamina, he inspires me to be a better person, a better man, and business and life. Growing up, I've had to learn a lot of things myself. I haven't had people to like show me the guidance of the way. I didn't trust a lot of people either. So it's like always kept that close to myself. It's just now that I'm starting to kind of open up to the advice of others, you know, and those are the people that I keep close to me. I'm more inspired by people in real life than I am by anybody outside of my own stratosphere, if that makes any sense.
Makes a lot of sense, man. I'm digging the vibes. So let's talk about this song, Hood Bye.
Hood Bye. Lucky Caesar is the producer of this track. He's another Syracuse native. He's from Oswego. He and I work a lot together. He's a member of my crew. He's one of our main producers. And, you know, he sends me several tracks a week and says, check this out, check this out. And the ones that really capture me because he has that kind of super boom bap Buffalo vibe, you know. And this track, when I heard it, you know, all I could just think of is goodbye. And then I changed it to Hood Bye because it's like, you know, we all have dreams and aspirations. You know, if you're from a neighborhood that's a hood, then, you know, you naturally want to get out of it. So, you know, this song is designed to just say goodbye, you know, to all the things that don't serve me. But it's not like saying that I'm giving up on my neighborhood. I'm just changing it to fit the life that I seek. So I don't want to live in a hood. I want to live in a neighborhood where I know my neighbors, where I can shake their hands and I go outside every day and, you know, everyone's mowing their grass and they're saying hello to you. I grew up like that, and that's been absent for so long. So I'm saying goodbye to the hood forever, and I'll never say hi again, you know, and it's a real goodbye. So that's the premise behind that song. It's a very powerful song. And, you know, as you know, it also ties into, like, you know, my experience that I've had in my hood, you know, been injured in my hood. And coming back from that to say it doesn't define me. There's no trauma. There's no victimization. It's just me. And I'm at peace.
I can dig the vibes, man. It's a good way of looking at life, too. It's a real peaceful way. It's a way you can look at life and not have to worry about stuff, man. It's like, I'm good. I'm going to let it go. Man.
You can only control what you can control. You know, I think a lot of people spend a lot of time worrying about things that are out of their control. And I'm trying to be as solutions oriented as possible. So rather than worry, I try to find solutions, you know, and if I can't find solutions, there are people around me who have solutions. You know, we were at the Freedom Festival. It gets overwhelming when you're dealing with so much. But, you know, the difference between last year's festival and this year's festival is that I had an amazing team surrounded all around. That took a lot of pressure off of me that I had last year that I didn't have to deal with this year. You know, even though I picked up a brand new gray hair over the weekend, you know, it would have been more had I not had that timely intervene, you know, from my brothers saying, hey, do what you can, calm down. And I was able to do that.
I could dig the vibes on what you said about Hood Bye. You know, it's time, you know, we'd be neighbors. Let's be neighbors and let's get to know each other. Let's hang out, man. Let's have a cookout. Let's chill, man. Let's vibe. Let's build.
You remember, you know, back in the 90s, you know, we used to have like the neighborhood, you know, block parties. That used to be a really big thing. You know, the fire department, the police departments, the housing authority, you know, they were all involved into making these events happen all throughout the city. You know, I've been back here 4 years. I don't think I've seen one block party since. And maybe they're happening in little pockets, but they're not happening, you know, where I'm used to them happening, where I'm used to seeing them happening back in the day, you know. And, you know, you kind of want to get back to that, you know, that was all about the community. Those were the moments where the community and the, you know, the government entities in the city came together and they were all one. And it was a great day. You know, the police officers bring out the pony horse and let kids ride about it. And they had all types of things set up for them to do. You know, we had programs for kids. You know, I was in YEOP. I was in the SU STEP program. I was in Upward Bound. All these different programs, you know, that I grew up with that helped to shape my character as a young man. You know, and it's not to say that they don't have these things, but the things that they do have, they're so separated. They're like not for everyone. You know. And it's very limited to who gets these slots. So it's like, you know, yeah, if you're a good kid, then you're going to probably most likely get rewarded this slot. But if you're a kid who has, you know, issues, then you're going to get overlooked. So how does that kid feel? You know, at the end of the day, you know, it's like we got to think about how we're setting these kids up to deal with adversity from young, just based off of that one little thing. You know, my daughter wanted to get to this program, and you know, her and all her friends applied to the program. She got in, one friend got in, but 3 of them did. You know, and it was like a little little sad moment, because it's like, that now she didn't want to do it because her friends wouldn't be able to go. And I'm like, hey, at the end of the day, you have to take the opportunities that are afforded to you, and you have to worry about you. You can feel for others and everything, but it's like, you don't want to get into the habit of denying yourself the opportunities that are in front of you just because other people didn't have it. And I say that using my own experience. Going to college, I had opportunities to go to different colleges, but I didn't want to go to those colleges because I didn't have the experience of being anywhere else outside of my own stratosphere. And because I didn't have anybody to show me or encourage me to take those opportunities, I psyched myself out and I chose a different path. I'm grateful for the path that I've chosen, but just knowing that I had options, comes back to me in my life at times. Just the thought of it all. As a mentor, I feel like as a mentor to people, you have to, help them to kind of like avoid some of the pitfalls that you've had to face. And that's what I feel a mentor does. It's like, hey, I've experienced this before, because everything is cyclical in this world. All things repeat. So the same experiences that you've gone through at my age, I've gone through at my age, and we can now go and discuss these varying experiences that we've had and find similarities, like, man, this is what I've done. Now, if you were my mentor, you would have told me before I got there, hey, just keep in mind of this so that you don't fall into the same traps that I fell into, and that's for me, like one of my biggest roles as a dad. It's just like, all right, cool. I've been 11, I've been 13, and I remember what that experience was like. And I can see my kids going through these same experiences. So therefore, the mentor hat comes on, the dad hat comes on. And that's how I am with anyone that's around me. That's younger than I am, or, asking me questions about anything. I just try to be into that giving format. So it's like, I just want to give. I mean, that's my whole purpose as an artist, is to give energy, to give, the right words to people, and to give positivity and authenticity.
Let's segue into the advice for the younger folks that are coming up that want to do what it is you're doing. Let's say these young folks want to be a rapper. Maybe these young folks want to be an actor, but what would you tell them?
Study it all. It's not just one part to just being an artist. It's not just about the music. There's a business side to it that should be learned. First, if anything, nothing's going to come overnight. You have to put in time. You have to put in work, effort, in order to achieve the things that you really ultimately want. Don't judge your success by anyone else. You don't know when they started. You don't know where they are in their journey. Just focus on the path in front of you and work on your craft every day. Consistent to the consistency. That is the advice that I would give any young artist. And to ask for help if you need it.
That's dope, man. Digging the vibes. All right, folks. So we're going to tap into that song, Hood By. And that song is coming up right now.
What then? Goodbye. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. I'll never once again say hi.
And you can find me, at Mozay Calloway on all platforms, MOZAY CALLOWAY. I am Mozay Calloway everywhere. There's only one me. So you'll always be able to find me on any platform you tap in Mozay Calloway. Except TikTok. It's Calloway Dadaway 315 or something like that, because someone took my name after my daughter changed it to Cat Lover 315. I couldn't get it back, And one of the greatest things that's been occurring lately is I've been getting recognized on the street by various and random people for the last 5 days, and it's been awesome, and I love it. And I just want to say I love you all. And thank you for tapping in. As of this moment, Andrew, since my wife died January 29th, I have 1,297 songs that I've created, recorded, and I probably know about 90% of them by heart. It's always hard to ask me about my music specifically, because I listen to it every day and I listen to it differently. My music called the moods. So it's whatever the mood is that strikes. Dear Vicky's coming out really soon. I've been waiting and holding this one, so I'll be dropping that really, really soon. Dear Vicky, tribute to my lady, Moods Volume 3, and I'm excited to drop that pretty soon.
That's dope, man. Digging the vibes. Well, Mozay Calloway from Dadaway, I want to say thank you for tapping in. Thank you for coming through to Undiscovered Gemz. We appreciate your time. We really do. It has been really cool having you here. Matter of fact, you're probably one of the most illest artists I've ever heard, man. Seriously.
I appreciate it.
The thing I like about your music, it's real life, man. And it's real lyrics. I can comprehend every syllable that comes out of your mouth. It's like the new music today, and I don't want to bring this up, but I'm going to. The new music today of hip hop, I don't comprehend any of it, especially the mumble rap. One thing about you, brother, is you don't mumble nothing. You speak plain English, and that's what I dig. Thank you for coming out, man. Thank you for coming through. We do appreciate you, and you be safe.
Attention all independent artists. If you're in need of exposure, Undiscovered Gemz is now taking submissions for radio consideration.
Yeah, we know what you want.
Send all music submissions to letschatandjam@gmail.com. That's letschatandjam@gmail.com. All submissions must be in MP3 format, and you know you gotta keep it radio friendly. Not all music submissions will be chosen for radio play, so bring your best. And don't worry, if we choose your song to be featured in rotation, you will definitely hear from us. Undiscovered Gemz with your host, MC Andrew Love. You've been listening to Undiscovered Gemz with MC Andrew Love. And like the man says, if you have a dream, if you have a goal, if you have a passion, then go for it. Because only you can stop you. Nothing beats a failure but a try. Peace out.